And you brought up an interesting topic. So like you said, people tell you like, oh, don't sign with Sony or whatever record label.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna see what's your thought on this? Because a lot of people they early in the career they get signed on to a bad deal, a bad record deal. But also the way I see it is you can take that initial bad deal. It's gonna put some money in your pocket.
Yeah.
But now it's up to you to capitalize on it, to make an opportunity. You can see it as a hindrance or something that's holding you back initially, because like I said, it's a bad deal. You can't do certain things.
Yeah.
But that's where you got to be creative. That's where you got to push the envelope. You got to find other ways. And so what I believe is you should take even if you don't think it's a good deal. No, not say it's a good deal. Try to negotiate the best deal possible. It may not be what you want, but you should always try to negotiate the best deal because like you said, it's Sony. You may not be getting the money that you may want. You may not have control over your initial music, but they're giving you a platform. So there's it balances out.
So my take on that, man, so if you so there's a lot of stuff to talk about there because there's a lot of components. Yeah. But okay, it really depends on the artist, right? Because I learned I think God's preparing me for those steps, right? But I learned business before I get there. I know contracts. You got to learn contracts. You got to learn about PRs and managers and bookings agents, and you got to know about those things. Right. Everything costs money. I'll tell you right now, a lot of stuff come out of my pocket, right? So don't go in with the it's Sony, right? I got this. You feel me? Because they'll tell you $1 million. In your head, it's whatever they said after $1 million. It don't matter. $1 million. Yep. You're thinking about, I'm gonna buy a car. I'm gonna do this. It's an investment. It's a loan. Mm-hmm. Record deals are loans. You have to pay that back. Right. You don't go and that's why I dislike when artists go and on record and they they're trying to take my money. You knew what you signed. You know what I'm saying? You know what, when you go to a job, they give you an application. They tell you right there, $17.50 an hour. How many hours you're gonna work? You can't take weeks off until you pass a certain day, right? So you're agreeing with the application. You're saying, okay, I'm good with $17.50, 40 hours a week. I won't take any days off after 3 months, 90-day probation. Cool, got that. Right? So what does that make a difference on the record deal? You know better. You got to think it like this. You ain't nobody when you first go in there.
Right.
You ain't nobody. Nobody know you. You know what I'm saying? You go to another record deal that might give you less. Alright, cool. So that's one component. The second component is when you get that deal and you sign, don't think about spending your investment on big old houses, big old cars, Bugattis. I dislike that. Bro, what makes you different if you drive a Honda? Buy a Honda.
I mean, Jeff Bezos still drives his Toyota.
Yeah, dude, you know what I'm saying? People tell me, Danny, you gonna drive a Lambo? I don't think about Lambos. I think about building an empire. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You have to make sure that's a loan. What are you gonna do with it? A lot of artists buy on clothes. You feel me? They go vacation, spend places where they shouldn't be. Work. You gotta work. It's work. So what do you do? If I had $1 million, I'll tell you what. I'll make a marketing plan. Mm-hmm. I'll start doing and calling, doing music videos. Make sure that I get the best beats for the best prices. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have to call a dude from SoundCloud because I think that beat's dope, why not pay the little guy? Right. People want to pay the biggest producers $250,000 for a beat. You don't have to pay that much. My beat's banging, and dude, I could tell you I spend about $300 or $400 a beat. Why not still have that mentality, and still have money saved up?
Right.
You feel me? So when that year comes, this is already growing, and you still have this money saved up. you pay that back in 2 years, buddy. The label's gonna be happy with you that they make a raise, or they'll take a percentage off so they can make their money and maybe give you a better percentage, a better deal, like we were talking about. But now you're known everywhere and you can make deals everywhere. You feel me? Now you can call up your agent and be like, yo, let's do this, right? And you don't have that pressure, but it's work. When you get a contract, it's work. Yep. Don't feel like, and you know they're going to have control over your music because in the beginning they tell you that.
Yeah.
But you're willing to sign. A lot of times these artists that I see and I hear and I go, they don't have a business mentality. They spend it on chains, bro. Like, they talk about million chains. Why would you spend that much? I would buy one chain and wear the same chain. Does that make me a different rapper? You know? Like Eminem, dopest rapper ever. How many times you see that dude flaunt? Like, he never like, oh, I'm in a Bugatti, you guys, you know? Yeah. That dude just raps. But he looks, if you see his clothing, he looks normal.
Yeah, just jeans and white.
Yeah, he doesn't promote like, Versace and nothing like that, bro. But he's dope. So why not be like that? You feel me? So a lot of artists don't understand that. They want to get the nice, and I get it, bro. You can spend if you want to, but make sure you have a plan how much you can spend a month. It's like a regular job, right? You're not gonna buy a yacht knowing that you have rent. You're gonna pay your rent first, and then see if you can afford that. But I'm pretty sure you can't, right? You're gonna have to save up a little by little, and that's how it is, bro. But a lot of times, the mentality of a record label, everybody gets scared, but it's because they don't want to put the work on.
Sure.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, and that's why I initially told you, like, you sometimes you take the bad deal initially, or the deal that you don't think is in your favor, but they're giving you a platform. And it's up to you, like I said, put in the work and make the most of it, and set yourself up for future deals.
Exactly.
Like this. I know this is gonna be a controversy, but I don't know if you ever followed the whole Taylor Swift situation with her contract. Yeah. And it's like she's upset that she wasn't able to get her music because her original record label.
They sold it. They sold it to this guy who found Justin Bieber. Yeah.
But I mean, yes, she created the music. Yes, she wrote it. But also, the manager or the label themselves, they provide a service as well. Like, nobody thinks about that. Yeah. They're the ones promoting her. They're the ones who made her big as well. Yeah. It's not just her. It's because a lot of people think it's like, oh, it's just me. I'm the one who became big. No, it's a group effort.
It's a group effort.
Yeah.
I always think Ugly Bear Entertainment, that's my label, my independent label that I'm in. And I'm actually the owner, but I'm also the employee, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I treat myself as an employee. And my team, the people that have an Ugly Bear, I always tell them how much they mean. Like, I never want to be to the point where I know my team doesn't matter, right? So I always promote them as much as I can. But a lot of times, like when artists, they get big, they forget who helped them up there. Right. You feel me? Taylor Swift, it kind of sucks because she's throwing a bad message out there for record labels, but she knew what she was signing, bro. Yeah. If I sign to Sony, my music, wherever it goes, I know that I'm still gonna get paid out of that. It shouldn't be like, because she wants to have 100%. She wants to make full money, and it doesn't work like that. You know what you sign, but you're not living in a an apartment. You're living in a mansion. You feel me? So it's working out for you. The problem is that people don't want to pay back. Yeah. They don't want to be part of when they get big, they want to just own their music and stuff. That's the same thing what happened with Kanye West, right? Kanye West was talking about like Def Jam. They didn't want to release their music. They shouldn't. They should have released his music. Or like the people under good music. Like I was hearing Designer the other day talking about like, oh yeah, record deal and this and that. I'm like, bro, but you knew what you signed. Ain't nobody, like, people forget you signed. Like, your hand was the one that made that, like, oh yeah, man, I could do this. And you signed the deal. Yeah. You feel me? So don't go and say that, oh, record labels are keeping me away. You knew what you signed, buddy. I would really look at the contracts, because what I don't like, what I would say though, is that like if a record deal would say don't put music this year until next year, I don't like that. I really want, because I work a lot in my work ethic, I would like to drop songs after song, right? So I would like to see that in my contract, because songs will make benefit for them but also benefits me. You feel me? So that's something that I would like. But if you knew and you got a bonus, like they say in advance in the beginning, don't complain, bro. Return your shoes back to Foot Locker.
Yeah, you know what the contract is, or if you don't know, that's dumb. That's a dumb part on you for not reading the contract. Mm-hmm. And if you can't read it yourself, you're like, oh, well, I'm not educated in this. Get a lawyer. Get somebody.
Yeah, bro.
There's so many resources.
And check it out, go, man. I'm pretty sure you can go Google it nowadays. Like, there's so many, bro. There's no way you cannot know what you have. It's because people, their job is to sell you. That's their job, bro. That's like $1 million, buddy. You don't hear what they say. I'm pretty sure those hour-long meetings have other things besides money. You know, this is what's gonna happen. This is what we're doing. Make sure that you understand that. Sign right here. You know. Oh yeah. Boom. You knew before they tell you certain things in that contract.
No.
If you don't say, because a lot of times you go, maybe this is a missed opportunity, right? And you go, I'm gonna talk to a lawyer about this. You feel like maybe they're gonna be like, all right, if you're gonna leave out that door, you're not coming back. Oh well, maybe it's not the label for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Because somebody who believes in you will wait. Go see a lawyer with it. Oh well. What if you don't get those $1 million? Work. Do your own thing. Yeah. Everybody makes more money doing their own thing nowadays. You got the whole an artist now has the platform to make millions.
Yeah.
You feel me? So don't worry about the label. Label should come to you when they're ready to invest in you.
Yeah.
But because you have that business mentality. If I go to a record label, dude, my mentality will be all about business. Not even about my music. Because my music should be second. It should be about business there. You know, I'm a good rapper. Yeah, I'll make millions for you. You know, that shouldn't matter. That should not matter. What matters is like, okay, you're gonna get yours and I'm gonna get mine.
Right.
How do we do this?
Right. And yeah, like you said, a lot of people, they get greedy. They want 100%, and it's like you weren't even gonna have this money in the first place.
Yeah.
So if you gotta split it, I'd rather have the $100 million and split it. Even if it's, even if I only get $40 million,
exactly,
and they get $60 million, hey, that's $40 million more than I had. That I'm gonna get than I had before.
Exactly. So
we gotta get rid of this notion like we had to own 100%.
Exactly. No, I rather, I'm working with an agency right now, and they're booking my events, and they said, it said, okay, we take 20%, and I said, yeah. You guys are working. Yeah. Should be. You should take money out. What? That shouldn't even be a question. If you guys are working and putting your effort, 20% should go to your pocket. Right. But just the thought of, they're telling me like, can we? No, there's no can we. It's let's do it. Yeah. I'm not one of those artists that be like, oh, that's too much. Oh my God, 20%, 70%, because they're booking my events. In the end, you still benefit. Right. You still live a good life. People just want to be greedy. Yeah. Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, because, in a sense, maybe you can not pay them, but then you got to put that where you...
Yeah, exactly. You got to work. Yeah, exactly.
You save yourself so much time, and, and perhaps they have other connections as well, so you...
So I feel like record labels, that's what it is, though. They have other connections. Right. They get you on platforms that you thought you would never have.
So it could be a launching point for something
exactly, else. Dude. Even if it's 2 years, 3 years, even if it's 100, pay us back with the interest, just make it happen. You get in platforms where you never thought. Work your butt off. Make sure you have a marketing plan. Make sure you know how to invest your money. Don't buy a big home if it's not needed. Buy yourself a little small home, bro. Like, you're not... You know what I'm saying? Like, people always want to buy like the 20-room mansion. Like, who's gonna stay there? You feel me? Like, is every room gonna have somebody? Like, I'm a simple dude. Like, I'm thinking investment. I'm thinking saving. I'm thinking I could create an opportunity for somebody who doesn't have a job, and we could pay that person. You know, I'm thinking of those things, and that's a lot of times. A lot of artists just want to be me. Right. And guess what? In the end, they're miserable. They always talk about like they want to kill themselves. Why? Why do artists do that? Like nowadays, like the emo artists or whatever they want to call themselves. I hear a lot of the rappers now. Yeah, I could wish I could die. I'm like, but you got $1 million. Like you making bank. Why you want to kill yourself? Leave that to the people who are struggling, bro. Like you up there. Don't put that in. That's a problem with society nowadays. We have to accept that. We can't. Like mentality wise, we need to like break that barrier. If you are struggling, it's okay. That doesn't mean that you're less than anybody else, buddy. You can make it happen. I was homeless, and I'm making music videos now out of my own pocket. You feel me? You gotta make it happen. It doesn't mean that's the end. Oh my God, I have so many bills. You find a way, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't tell yourself, I want to kill myself. I hate that word. I used to use it on my own self. I was sleeping at a park thinking, why am I still here? God has a purpose for everybody, bro. Whether it be the most smallest thing or the biggest thing. If you lose sight of your purpose, you forget who you are. Yeah. Always remember, I always talk about like entrepreneurship, mentality, positivity, because it will keep you. Life is always gonna have problems. You go left, health problem. You go right, physical problem. You go left, financial problem. It's always gonna have a problem. It's always taking it day by day, step by step, bro. You will get to. Maybe you will not become a millionaire. Maybe you're not gonna become rich, but you'll live a good life. Yeah. You feel me?
And it's you gotta put hard work in it, and it's. How much sacrifice are you willing to make?
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I have no record label. Everything comes out of my pocket. I spend in music videos alone, spend about 2 G's. Now, that's 2 G's that I could use for a vacation. You know, I could be paying off my car even quicker.
That's just rent.
Rent, yeah. Okay. Do you understand that sacrifice comes with it? People look at a shirt, $60, when you can use that $60 for something better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe go back to school. People always have that. You don't have to have. If you're not where you are right now, don't think about spending money on you. Work, dude. I work 2 jobs. I wake up at 6 in the morning. Let's say right now, good example of my schedule. Wake up at 6 in the morning. You know, do my daily devotions and stuff, and then I have this show. Boom. After this show, I gotta go work. After work, I have another meeting. After that meeting, I got a Zoom meeting. I don't go to sleep until 1 in the morning. Wake up at 6 in the morning, ready to do it again. And that's my life right now. Yeah. You know, sacrifices. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can't see my mom. Sometimes I can't see family, friends. I wish I could hang out with my friends. Sometimes it's just what you said was key. Sacrifices. You have to sacrifice. If you want to get there, it's a sacrifice. Yeah. You start working your butt off. But I can tell you right now, everything's paying off.